Welcome to this deep dive designed just for you. We're going beyond the usual highlights today.
Right.
We're focusing on a really enchanting part of Japan, Matsuyama and the famous Dogo Onsen.
Yeah, we want to get into what makes this area so captivating, maybe share some things you wouldn't just find anywhere, things based more on, the feel of the place.
Exactly. Not just facts and figures, but the actual experience. Our aim is really to give you a sense of it, maybe spark that desire to visit yourself. We'll touch on the culture, the history.
And offer some specific hints for unique experiences along the way.
And to make sure we do it justice, we're keeping our focus tight today. Just Matsuyama and Dogo Onsen. We want to cover the most interesting bits properly.
Sounds good. Where should we start? The Honkin itself.
Let's do it. Dogo Onsen Honkin. I mean, even just seeing pictures, the building itself is pretty striking, isn't it?
It really is. It's this incredible wooden building, 3 stories tall, built way back in the Meiji era. And it's not just impressive from the outside. Inside, it's apparently quite maze-like. It reflects that traditional bathhouse design.
Maze-like, so not just simple pools.
Well, the layout was sort of designed to encourage moving around, interacting maybe. It wasn't just about getting clean. There was a social element baked in.
That's fascinating. Architecture shaping the social experience.
Yeah.
And what about the sound? I read about the Toki Taiko drum. That's Tokitaiko.
Ah, the Toki Taiko. Yes. It rings out from the rooftop tower at certain times.
That sounds so atmospheric.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's not just, a nice sound. Historically, it actually helped mark the time for the whole town. It's this subtle link to the past. You hear it echoing.
A living tradition. Cool. And the baths themselves.
So you've got 2 main public baths. There's the Kami no Yu and the slightly more maybe refined Tama no Yu.
Oh.
Both use that famous Dogo Onsen water. It's an alkaline, simple onsen water, very gentle.
Gentle. What's it known for?
Well, it's supposed to be wonderful for your skin, leaves it feeling really smooth, and great for easing fatigue, too. Just soaking in it. Incredibly relaxing.
Sounds heavenly.
Yeah.
And good news for anyone planning a trip after being under renovation for quite a while.
Right, for about 5.5 years.
The main building fully reopened in July 2024, so it's back in its full glory.
Which is fantastic. It means you can really experience that historical ambiance properly again. But beyond the main public baths, there's something else quite unique.
Oh.
The Yushinden. Yushinden. It's the only bath in Japan that was built exclusively for the imperial family.
Wow, really? Just for them?
Exactly. So you get this glimpse into, past imperial visits and that level of grandeur. Viewing might still be limited sometimes for preservation, but just knowing it's there.
That's incredible. And there's a literary connection too, right? The Batsun no Ma room.
Ah, yes, the Bochan room. It's a nod to Natsume Soseki's novel, Bochan.
Which is a really famous book in Japan.
It is, and Dogo Onsen features quite prominently in the story. So this room creates a wonderful link between literature and the actual place. It adds another layer, doesn't it?
Definitely. It's not just about the water. It's about the culture surrounding it. But the Dogo experience isn't just inside the Honkin, is it?
Oh, absolutely not. A huge part of it is just, being in Dogo, wandering the streets, maybe wearing a yukata provided by your inn.
I love that image. Scrolling around in a yukata.
Yeah, maybe stopping at one of the free foot baths, ashiyu, that are dotted around, just soaking up the lively yet somehow really traditional atmosphere. That's essential Dogo.
It sounds magical. So if you're listening and thinking, okay, I need to go, how do you get there? Is it easy?
It's actually very accessible. You've got a few options. There's the Bochan Russia train.
The retro one.
That's the one. It's like a little steam train replica. It runs on a limited schedule, costs a bit extra, but it's a really fun experience in itself.
Like stepping back in time a bit.
Exactly. But for regular travel, the streetcar is your best bet. Line 5 from the main JR Matsuyama station takes about 25 minutes. Or Line 3 from Matsuyama City Station, that's about 20 minutes.
Pretty straightforward.
Yep. And if you fly into Matsuyama Airport, there's a direct limousine bus. It takes about 40 minutes right to Dogo Onsen Station. So, yeah, quite easy to reach.
Okay, good to know. Now let's shift gears slightly from the relaxation of the onsen to a place with deep historical roots nearby. Dogo Park. This used to be a castle site.
That's right. It's the site of the former Yuzuki Castle. That's Yuzuki-jo. It was the home base for the Kono clan for about 250 years, starting back in the mid-14th century.
A quarter of a millennium. What kind of castle was it?
It was what's called a Haraya Mashiro. Basically, a castle built on a hill that's located on a plain, good for defense, but also good for controlling the surrounding area.
Makes sense. And it saw some action during the Sengoku period. the Warring States time.
It did. It was involved in some battles then, but eventually got abandoned in 1585 after Toyotomi Hideyoshi unified the region.
It's amazing how these places change. From a strategic fort to now a public park.
It really is. It became a park in the Meiji era, and then there were major restoration efforts from the late 80s. Now it's a national historic site, a place to relax, but also connect with history.
So what can you actually see there today? Are there castle ruins?
Well, the main keep isn't standing, but you can definitely see remnants. The outer and inner moats are still there, some impressive earthworks too. Gives you a real sense of the scale.
Okay.
And they've reconstructed some samurai residences, earthen walls, gates. Those really help you imagine what life might have been like there.
That sounds like it makes the history feel more tangible. Is there a museum?
Yes, there's the Yuzuki Castle Museum right in the park. It gives you more background on the Kono clan, their history, daily life. They have artifacts they've excavated, like pottery and weapons. It helps piece the story together.
Then it's not just history, right? I heard it's beautiful too, especially in spring.
Oh, absolutely. It's famous for its cherry blossoms. There are around 300 cherry trees, so during Ohanami season, cherry blossom viewing, it's packed. Just gorgeous.
Sounds stunning.
And there's an observation deck, too. You get great panoramic views over Dogo Town and even across to Matsuyama City. It's a nice spot to just take it all in.
Perfect blend of history and nature.
Yeah.
And getting there is easy from the onsen area.
Very easy. There's a streetcar stop called Dogo-kun Dogo Park right there, or it's just a short walk from the Dogo Onsen Honken in the main shopping street. Really convenient.
Great. Okay, next stop on our virtual tour. A place with a very different feel, I gather. Ishiteji Temple. Ishiteji.
Ah, Ishiteji. Yes, it's one of the major temples on the Shikoku pilgrimage route, number 51, and it definitely has a unique atmosphere, a bit mysterious even.
Mysterious? How so?
Yeah.
I read the main gate, the Nyoman Gate, is a national treasure.
It is. The Nyoman Gate is incredible. Kamakura period architecture with these really powerful guardian statues, the Kongo Rikishi. They're quite something.
Impressive.
And the main hall, the 3-story pagoda, the bell tower, they're all designated important cultural properties too. So, it's a historically very significant temple.
And there's something about getting blessings just by visiting. The Osunanade.
Yes, the Osunanade. There's sand collected from all 88 temples on the pilgrimage. Touching it is believed to grant the same blessings as completing the whole circuit. It makes the pilgrimage accessible in a way.
That's a lovely idea. But the mysterious part, maybe the cave.
Yeah.
The mantra cave.
That's definitely part of it. The mantra cave, or mantra dokutsu. It's this long, dark passageway inside the temple grounds.
It's dark. What's inside?
It's lined with literally hundreds of stone Buddhas and mandalas. It's quite cool inside, temperature-wise, and feels very enigmatic. It leads you deeper into the temple complex, towards the inner sanctuary.
Wow, that sounds intense. Like a different world.
It really is a unique experience. That inner sanctuary includes the Okunoin and also the Karitemo Hall, which is particularly known for prayers for safe childbirth.
So layers of spirituality. And I also heard about legendary spots. Stones with stories.
Yes, there's the Tamano Ishi, the jewel stone, linked to a famous legend about the origin of the pilgrimage involving a man named Imon Saburo, and the Arai Ishi, a washing stone believed to help with healing.
Lots of folklore woven into the place.
Exactly. It adds so much texture to the visit. And there's a treasure hall, too, with important Buddhist statues and paintings if you want to dive even deeper.
And getting there from Dogo Onsen.
Also quite easy. It's about a 15-minute walk east from the Dogo Onsen streetcar station. You could easily visit the onsen and then wander over to Ishiteji for a completely different experience.
A great combination.
Oh.
Okay, from the temple's mystery to something undeniably grand. Matsuyama Castle.
Ah, the castle. Yes, perched right up on the hill overlooking the city.
Its history goes way back. Construction started in 1602 by Kato Yoshiaki. That's Katoyoshiakira.
That's him. He was a daimyo, a feudal lord, who got the domain after distinguishing himself in the Battle of Sekigahara. Building this castle was a major statement of power. It took about 25 years to finish.
A huge project. And what's amazing is that the main keep, although rebuilt in 1854 after a fire,
Caused by lightning, yeah.
is one of only 12 original castle keeps left in Japan. These Genzon 12 Tenshu. That's incredible company to be in, like Himeji Castle.
It absolutely is. It makes Matsuyama Castle extremely precious. And the whole castle area, the Shirayama, is a national historic site. 21 of the buildings, including the keep, are important cultural properties. It's hugely significant.
And the design itself is interesting too, right? A Renritsushiki Tenchu.
Yes, that describes how the main keep, smaller keeps, and turrets are all connected by corridors. It creates this complex interlocking structure.
For defense, presumably.
Exactly. It was a very strong Kengo design, very defensible. You can really see the strategic thinking.
And the reward for getting to the top.
Huh.
The views.
Oh, the views are spectacular. From the top floor of the keep, you get this amazing panorama. You see all of Matsuyama City spread out below, the Seto Inland Sea twinkling in the distance.
Wow.
On a clear day, you can even supposedly see Mount Ishizuchi, the highest peak in western Japan. It's really worth the climb.
Definitely sounds like it. And inside the castle, is there a museum?
Yes, there are displays of armor, swords, documents related to the Matsuyama domain lords. Gives you a feel for the samurai era. Plus, just walking around the grounds, seeing the various gates, turrets, the massive stone walls, it really evokes the Edo period.
You mentioned the walls. I read about something called Nobori Ishigaki, climbing stone walls.
Ah, yes, the Nobori Ishigaki. Those are quite unusual. They're defensive stone walls built right up the steep slopes of the mountain.
Why are they unusual?
Well, the technique apparently incorporates ideas from Japanese castles built during Hideyoshi's campaigns in Korea in the late 16th century. Seeing them climb the hill is really impressive, especially the fan-shaped sections called ogikobai. Very striking.
Fascinating bit of military architecture history there. And, like Dogo Park, the castle grounds are also known for cherry blossoms.
Yes, Shirayama Park, which surrounds the castle, is another top spot for ohanami in spring. And at night, the castle is lit up.
Oh, I bet that's beautiful.
It really is. Seeing the illuminated castle against the city lights creates this wonderful, almost romantic atmosphere.
Okay, so how do you actually get up to the castle keep? It looks quite high.
It is on a hill.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily have to hike the whole way unless you want to. The easiest way is the ropeway or a chairlift.
Ropeway or lift?
Yeah, from the Sanroku station near one of the main entrances. The ropeway takes about 3 minutes, the lift maybe 6 minutes. They take you up to a plateau called Chojugahira.
And from there?
From there, it's a pretty gentle 10-minute walk up to the main castle entrance. Very manageable. The ropeway station itself is just a short walk from the Hokkaido streetcar stop, which is easy to get to.
But you can walk up the whole way if you're feeling energetic.
Oh yes, there are 4 different walking trails up the mountain. Takes about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the route and your pace. It's a nice option if you enjoy a bit of a hike in the nature on the way up.
Good to have options.
Definitely.
We can't talk about Matsuyama without mentioning local treats. I hear mikan, the mandarin oranges, are a big deal there.
They absolutely are. Ehime Prefecture, where Matsuyama is famous for its citrus, especially mikan. So you'll find all sorts of delicious local sweets and snacks featuring them, perfect little souvenirs or omiyage.
It sounds delicious. Wandering the local shopping arcades looking for those treats and maybe some local crafts.
Yeah,
That sounds like a lovely way to end a day of exploring.
definitely. That's all part of soaking in the local flavor, you know.
Well, this has been fantastic. You've really painted such a vivid picture of Matsuyama and Dogo Onsen. I feel like I can almost smell the sulfur from the onsen and see that castle on the hill.
We really hope this deep dive has given you a taste of what makes this part of Japan so special. Maybe sparked a bit of curiosity.
I think it definitely has. From the ancient, soothing waters of Dogo Onsen to the impressive history of Matsuyama Castle and the unique atmosphere of places like Dogo Park and Ishiteji Temple.
It really offers this incredible mix, doesn't it? Culture, history, deep relaxation.
It truly does. We really encourage you, if you're listening, to maybe look a little deeper into the stories and traditions of Matsuyama and Dogo Onsen. Perhaps it might even inspire you to plan your own trip someday and uncover some of its secrets for yourself.
Absolutely. There's always more to discover.
And just as a final thought to leave you with, think about Dogo Onsen. It's been drawing people for centuries, constantly popular. It really speaks to that timeless human need, doesn't it? For relaxation, for connection to history, connection to a place. Makes you wonder, what other places out there hold that same kind of deep, layered, enduring appeal?